Good morning, artists. Today we're going to talk about color fields. So this is an art style that artists used to express just the art elements. The elements of shape, the elements of color, the elements of line, and just to let them kind of speak for themselves. This is a piece by Kenneth Noland, and he is obviously just using the circle shape and repeating it, but it's very comfortable. It's the subtle colors, the subtle value changes, and the colors that he's used just creates a very peaceful scene here. Plus the shape. Probably a color field artist that you guys are familiar with is Mark Rothko. So again, he just uses colors in a color family here, reds, oranges, and pinks, and creates very soothing picture, but changes the values of those colors just ever so slightly. This one has a little bit more energy, but again, using just the complementary colors here to create kind of a rhythm and balance between these two pieces. So what we're going to do today is use found objects that have similar colors, and we're going to put them together in something like this to create an art piece. So this is not going to be something that you will probably keep together forever. This one I happened to actually glue down because these were little candies, sweet tarts that I just used in similar colors. These are red, but this is a darker value of red, a lighter value of red, almost kind of a red-violet, and then down to blue. So subtle changes in value. First, I want you guys to think about what colors you want to use. You can stick with a color family like Rothko did here. Like Kenneth Noland did with the circles, you could pick a neutral color like a brown or a gray, and then another color like a blue, and just change that color. But you're going to find things around your house. I have these pool noodles. They're kind of a red color. And I have these little cars here that are similar color family, reds and oranges. And then this netting, similar color family. And I can arrange those together to create a piece. So your first step is to just gather your thoughts on what colors you want to use, and then go find some things that have those colors. Okay, after you've gathered your things, the next step is to think about what color you want to place them on top of, because that color can make a big difference in what the end result looks like. I don't know, if you're using red things, you might not want a red paper for your background, or maybe you do. So that's the next thing to think about. Then, once you have figured out your background, start laying your things, your objects down. I have a lot of stuffed animals. I thought these guys all have the same kind of color family, grays and blue, not blues, grays and browns. And so you just kind of arrange it and see, do I like the smallest, the medium, and the largest? Do I like that color? Do I want them to go this way? Maybe down? And just look at it and say, is that an interesting composition, the way it's arranged? If I take a photograph of that, and I might flip it so that this guy's on the bottom, but maybe I want to change the value and put the lighter value, or the medium value rather, in the middle. So that would be something that's fun. You can play around with how you arrange your shapes. I have these toilet paper rolls, and maybe I can use them. They're also in that brown color family. So let's see what happens if I do something like Zeus. And then maybe, I think somewhere over here, I had a brown paper bag. Where did that bag go? If I lay that down, those values are a little bit different. That's interesting. I also have this darker brown, so I could do something like that. Maybe put that one at the top. I don't know, but I like this as all different values of browns. Even something like that. Maybe just a little bit of it showing through. And then when I take a photograph of it, I can crop it. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see, what about using some colors in the blue and green color families? I have this beautiful blue paper and this green and this darker blue. Might be kind of interesting, even just to do something like that, light green, light blue, dark blue, green, then maybe end with, look at these little fun cars I have that are all kind of a blue color. I don't know. Oh, I like it like that. So something like that. That's the idea. So I want you guys to play around with that. And then if you get something even like this, that are little things that you could glue to a piece of paper, go ahead and glue it down. Don't forget to take photographs, especially if you're using objects like toilet paper rolls. You need to photograph it because then that is your color field. So it's kind of a fun way to make a color field without using paint, without using markers, just using the found objects in those same color families or different values of a color, or even using complementary colors like red and green. They clash, they don't harmonize very well. They create a lot of contrast with one another. So that might be a fun solution too. All right, have fun making your color field paintings without using paint.